What's up, everyone? We are here with another book summary. I'm Mr. Talk, and this week we have the book called Make Time. If you can see it, yeah, and it's by another New York Times bestseller author. It's two guys actually, Jake Knapp and John Zeratsky. And the whole idea is how to focus on what matters every day and how to make time, as the book said that. The book is very, I can say, cool because easy to read, very easy. Lots of life examples of the both author. It's very like everything they mention, they said, or they have example they applied in their life and how they overcome. And lots of, I'm not saying painting, like sketches. The colors are nice and make very simple, like something like that. And I think it's very easy to read. I think I read this very quickly, and I coming up with some key point that I think is very important when you read this book, because I had this problem too, especially nowadays in our life. We cannot find the time to put for what is actually matters to us. We want to do something, but we have a lots of distraction, and oftentimes people say, I don't have time to do the task, which is very important if they want to finish the project, if they want to read, or they want to do something that's very related to them. And also, it's most of the time it's the things that is difficult to do, it's not easy to do, and we often come with distraction, lack of motivation. And mainly in this book, I can say they focus on a lot of distraction tactics. Sorry, how to overcome distraction tactics. So most of the time in our life, we are in autopilot. Everything is by default. We just do everything every day, and sometimes we don't sit down, write it down, and think what we do. And I know lots of people have to-do lists. Yeah, to-do list is good, but sometimes we can't finish all the to-do list, whatever we said, that like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And the main thing is something that's very important to you to do, you end up not doing it with any reason. So this book is coming with three topic or three step, which is highlight, laser, and reflect. And the highlight, I really like this idea, the highlight of the day. Like, it's something that you find is very important to you, and write it down and do it anyway with any time, any time of the day. And then the laser part is how to focus, less distraction, and energize. In this in the topic that if you wanna pick what is really important to you to do, and we put it in the section of highlight. And imagine you do lots of things during the day, which is you have to do. You go to work, you do your emails, you work, but something when you done it at the end of the night, you said, okay, I at least done even one step, even baby step of the project. Even I just turn on the software and I start working, or just write the first page of the book. And that could be the highlight of your day. This is very important, and you can find that in three different categories that think about what is urgent, and what is the most thing that you can do right now. And if the rest of the thing that you didn't do it, it doesn't matter. So what is urgent? And satisfaction, like what if you do, you be most satisfied person. And at the end, what is more joyful? And just write it down, because a lot of time we think if we we're thinking about doing something, but we're really not doing it. And if you write it down, first of all, I know we just read in lots of books, lots of papers, it's just important as how you write down things. But write it down, make you clear, make clarify your brain. When you write it down, you're coming with ideas. And in that highlight, it's a lot of technique. I just let you just read the book. that how you find out what is the highlight of your day, which is every day you can sit down and see and just do it in no matter what. And the point is sometimes we find the highlight of the day, but and we, for example, specify or allocate time like 90 to 60 minutes to do, which is could be some practical. And I can say if you just sit down doing something for 90 minutes, could be something you lead to deep work. But a lot of time we don't know what is it. And if we write it down and we do this highlight thing, you cannot concentrate, focus, and you have a lot of distraction. The second part or second element of how to make time, it's after you find what is the highlight of your day, is the laser focus. So what is the laser in this book? It's like technically removing the distraction, because distraction, it's the enemy of laser. Because when you put your head of something and after a couple of minutes you go to the deep work or deep concentration, then suddenly any distraction, could be any notification or anything in your computer, or if you do something in between, if you try to multitask, your brain takes more time to come back to what you were doing. For example, if you are reading the book and then you go doing something else and come back, your brain takes time to back to what you have been before, instead of go to linear way, and which is your brain works better. And this book, it's have example of some techniques, which is I think I learned in the book Atomic Habit by James Clear, that if you remove distraction, make easy for you and make harder for distraction. For example, put the TV somewhere else in your house. Just when you're studying or when you're reading book, or when you're doing the project, put your phone somewhere else, that which is harder for you to reach out and be distracted. And in this book, there is one term called infinity pool. Infinity pool is the technology, the application. We used to have Facebook, now we have Instagram, we have Snapchat, YouTube. When you start just touch this application, you just keep going. It's infinite. There is no time you said, okay, I finished now. You just keep going, keep going, keep going. And it's the dopamine hits, because the technology companies make those apps to get your attention. This is their currency. So you know how they make money? If you stay more time on the application, so they can make more money. Just do some research. They need your attention. They need your time. They need you to stay more on the application. So what's gonna be happen at the end of the day? You just goes hours by hours, and then you never done anything. So the best thing is to remove distraction. I know it's hard, especially nowadays. Technology, it's helping us, but in the other hand, which is this book said, trade the fake win with real win. So what's a fake win? When you're on a phone, when you see the videos, when you see some stories, just keep going, keep going. Your brain think you're winning. Your brain think you're doing something. Your brain hit the dopamine, which is maybe gonna be little, but your brain think is doing something for you. But at the end of it, you really didn't do anything, which is, I know it's I think it's the book called Happiness Hypothesis, talk about some, which is we can see nowadays, like actual dopamine and actual win in your life, which is could be something that's bring true happiness or better happiness. It could be walking, exercise, spend time with the people you like, and have conversation, be face to face, and go to the nature. These are something that bring real win, not the fake win to you. So when you remove, I know it takes time. It takes for a couple of people, takes for me, even some simple trick. For example, put your phone in the other side of the room when you're doing some work. Takes me a couple of days that I realize that impact my work. And the last part is reflect. So at the end of the day, you can every day before you go to sleep, which is some people do, but this is another thing that don't go to bed with your room with your mobile phone, which is I know is so hard, which is I think most of the society have this habit to put the phone next to. I had this too, and I just realized just a simple act of put your phone in the different room when you're sleeping. Of course, at the beginning it's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but what's going to happen? It's you're definitely going to have better sleep. You're definitely going to have the less distraction. It's a lot of reason, a lots of how our brain work, how our brain reflects, especially to the lights. So at the end of the day, you reflect to yourself. It's coming with 4 elements: observe, guess, experiment, and measure. And you can see or you can measure at the end of the day. First of all, see if you done the highlight of your day, the most important task, or the task that was joyful for you, or something you want to do it for so long, but you done it and you be more satisfied. But when you see this reflection, you can write it down and you can go one step further, that see what you can do the next day or upcoming week to delegate more time to the one specific highlight task that you want to do. So you definitely, if you can have more time to put the most important thing in your life, you're definitely going to be more productive, and you can definitely do more things in your life. And it's the end of our book summary review. I highly recommend it to people, especially if people have the very, very busy life and they don't have time to they don't have time. Let me rephrase it. You don't know how to make time for the things you want to do in your life. And see you on my next video.